This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by WBC World Super Lightweight Champion Chantelle Cameron up here in Manchester. Chantelle, how are you doing?
I'm really good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good to see you after your brief stint in Vegas, your victory out there. Just kind of going back to that as a starting point, had some time to reflect. What did you make of your win against Melissa Hernandez?
Yeah, it was a good performance by me, I think. The stoppage ruined it a little bit because obviously it took away the actual performance. It was an early stoppage, and I think it was a good decision, but kind of do see why the ref jumped in, because she was taking a few heavy shots. But I think it kind of stole the limelight of actually how I performed, so a bit disappointed in that.
I was going to say, the fight itself, it only seemed like it was going one way. Why is it that it's so frustrating for yourself that maybe you didn't get a chance to maybe get that knockout or highlight knockout finish that you seem to be wanting?
It was frustrating because the first round I could see I was hurting her, and I was kind of like not pulling back, but at the same time not going for the stoppage, because I wanted to obviously put on a show in Vegas, different country, a whole new crowd. I wanted to show people that I could box, I can kind of do it all. So I was trying to get rounds in. So when the stoppage actually came, I was just a bit annoyed, because I was thinking you weren't a fair stoppage anyway, and I think I could have stopped her, but in good fashion.
Being out in Vegas, how did you find that, the entire experience?
Oh, it was amazing, best experience of my life. It was incredible.
Obviously, you got to adapt when you first went over there to kind of warm weather training. Was that difficult? Was it easy? I know you'd have done it as an amateur, but doing it now as a pro, is it any easier?
I think it was the sleep that I was struggling with, because the time difference and stuff. That took me about 3-4 days, and I started worrying, thinking, oh God, I'm not sleeping, because I'm usually such a good sleeper. So I think that was my only issue, but the training, that weren't too bad.
Obviously, moving forwards, on the back of that fight, and out in Vegas, you actually saw Mary McGee. You bumped into her in one of her hotels, and she seemed to be the name that was bandied about a lot. Jamie, Nigel, both saying that it's the fight which has been put towards MTK and what have you. Is that one you see most likely happening next?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to happen. Mary McGee, she wants it, I want it. So let the fight happen. I don't see why it shouldn't happen. Obviously, she's got her mandatory next. Like, I had to fight my mandatory, so hopefully she gets that win. And me and Mary, we can get it on and put her belt on the line, I'll put my belt on the line. And I think she's boxing for the WBA, is it? As well? Vacant. Yeah, she got one of the belts is vacant.
With a fight between the pair of you, what do you think everybody should be in store for?
She's a big puncher, she's strong, she's tough, but I'm going to win.
Jamie, once again, he alluded to your ambitions to become undisputed champion, and he said, I know you're probably sick of hearing her name, but the idea is for maybe you to go undisputed, and if Katie Taylor's obviously still fighting, by the time that comes, for the pair of you to meet in an undisputed champion versus undisputed champion fight. Is that what you see as being the most likely route towards a bout with Katie, the fight which you've said you've wanted for quite a while now?
Yeah, I really want that fight, but I don't think Katie and her team want it, so that's not on my part. I would love the fight. I think a lot of people want to see the fight because it would make such a good, like, electric fight, but no, I don't think they want it. I don't think they'll ever want it, so I kind of don't even look at that anymore.
Is it frustrating not to kind of feel like you're going to get the fight which you've wanted for such a long time?
I feel like I've done everything to deserve my shot at that fight, but obviously it's a business as well, and if I'm a threat and it could cause an upset, then I'm not going to get the fight, and that's what I think it is. I think they know that my style is dangerous for Katie, my work rate, the way I punch, the way I come forward, I can box as well. I just think it's a fight they're not going to want to take, because they know that if Katie loses, she loses that legacy that she's trying to create.
Chantelle, just moving forward, obviously you've got Jack Catterall, who was not here today, waiting to face your old campmate, Josh Taylor. What's it like for yourself? Are you caught in the middle of that? Are you somebody you want to try and stay neutral when asked about it?
Probably stuck that one on me. Josh is an incredible boxer. He's a friend as well. I get on well with him, and obviously Jack's Sean over there. And Jack's an unbelievable boxer. I think it's going to make such a good fight, and I think people are going to see the best of Jack as well.
That's all. Who wins? Does it finish as a draw?
A draw. 50-50.
Chantelle, you've also obviously got Aki Fiaz, who's getting ready for his own ring return. How's Aki been looking in the gym?
To be honest, it's my first day back up here, so I don't know.
Well, I'll leave that on the side.
I imagine he's been looking incredible. he's such a talent, so I couldn't see any difference.
All right, Chantelle, we'll leave it there now. I'll leave you to wander off and enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of camp now you're back, and thanks for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you. Have a good day as well.